Here at Thai Sports in SoCal, been hitting for a couple days with Carlos and the boys down here, and they kind of asked me to talk what the difference between the Derby boys, our new combat bat, is compared to the other ones. The first thing you're going to notice is, for those of you that are used to combat, it's not soft out of the wrapper, and just not. It's not like the Plague was. It's definitely not like the Supremacy. It's a little stiffer shell out of it, but what we found is after we've got 1,000, 1,200 swings on it, which, you know, this one right now, Carlos tells me is probably closing on 2,000. We put 1,000 on it last night, some outside, the rest here in the cage at his place. It changes, it really gets that combat feel to it, but it's definitely going to take a little more break-in time than what you're used to out of the combat products. We definitely changed the way we built this bat. It's a completely different laminate, a completely different layup. The weighting, though, is real similar. To those of you that swung the Supremacy, it's definitely lighter than that. If you swung the Plague or the Dan Smith, I would say it's a little lighter than the Dan Smith, but a little bit heavier than the Plague, so kind of somewhere right in between there. On the Derby, though, it's only full loaded. We don't build a balanced in it at all. Although the 26 is a long shell, so it's not a real heavy end load compared to the 27, 28, and the 30. The 28 and the 30's definitely got a pretty heavy load on it. Again, not as heavy as the Supremacy. I've had that text to me a lot, and a lot of the guys that we hit with last night asked that question. It's definitely not as heavy as the Supremacy, but it's going to swing heavier than the Plague or the B1 or some of the other things that you guys have come accustomed to us doing. The one thing I'll tell you about it is a non-warranty bat. But out of all the stuff that we've ever swung, one of the things guys have talked about is, hey, I love the combat, I love the feel of the combat, but, you know, I don't know if it's durable enough for me. This is, I would say, the most durable bat I've seen us build. We've only had it for a short time, so I'm out there a little bit on a limb, but there's 6 or 7 of these, like the one here that Carlos and the boys have had, that are in excess of 2,000 swings, and there's, you know, some ball marks on it, but not a fatigue mark, not any stress risers, none of the traditional, you know, kind of clear coat cracking that we've seen with the real soft shell Plagues and stuff in the past. It really appears to be that it's going to be a super durable bat. You know, we were hitting anything yesterday from 40 core 375s to some ZNs mixed in the box. There were some bad balls, there was a bunch of good balls. My personal bat that I've got with me that I'm on the way to Arizona with right now, it's well over 2,000 swings. It's been hit with everything from a ZN to a pillow, and it's about the same shape that this one's in. So I really think we're onto something here. The only thing I would say is that if you're a die-hard combat guy, give it a chance out of the wrapper. It's not going to feel, you know, what you're used to or what you've come to love about us. It's going to be a little bit of a different feel, but if you'll, you know, give it a week or give it 2 weeks or give it a real good BP session, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the feel and the performance of it.